My baby, trust me, your happiness is the softest melody ever written into the chambers of my heart. It does not need instruments, does not need an orchestra, for when you smile, the entire universe begins to hum in tune. I have heard many sounds in this life: the rush of rivers, the whisper of evening winds, the distant echo of thunder rolling across the sky, but nothing has ever moved me the way your laughter does. It is a sacred music, a gentle rhythm that steadies my soul. When everything else feels uncertain, when you are happy, the world feels lighter. Even the air seems easier to breathe. Your joy has a warmth to it, like golden sunlight pouring through an open window at dawn. It stretches across my worries and melts them quietly as if they were never meant to stay. I love the way your smile warms everything around you. It is not just a curve upon your lips, it is a sunrise. It reaches places inside me I didn't know were cold. It brightens corners of my heart I once thought were permanently shadowed. When you smile at me, time slows down. The noise of the world fades away, and all I can see is the glow in your eyes, the softness of your expression, the quiet miracle of being loved by you. Your joy creates sunshine, even on my heaviest days. When burdens press against my shoulders and doubts try to crowd my mind, you appear, sometimes with just a simple grin, sometimes with a playful laugh, and suddenly the weight lifts. It amazes me how you do it so effortlessly. You do not try to heal me. You do not force away my sadness. You simply exist, and your happiness becomes my refuge. You make life feel beautifully simple and endlessly lovely. In a world that rushes and roars, you are my quiet place. In a life filled with complications, you are my clarity. Loving you is not complicated. It is as natural as breathing. It is as certain as the sunrise. Every time I look at you, I am reminded that joy does not have to be loud to be powerful. Sometimes it is gentle, sometimes it is soft, sometimes it is just you standing beside me, smiling without even knowing how much you mean to me. You are the joy my heart always looks forward to. Through every long day, through every challenge, there is a quiet thought inside me. I will see her smile again. That thought alone carries me forward. Your smile lifts me in ways words could never express. It is more than happiness. It is hope. It tells me that no matter how dark the clouds may gather, there will always be light waiting somewhere ahead. And when you laugh, truly laugh, with your whole heart, it feels like the sound of freedom. It reminds me that life is not only about survival, not only about struggle, but about moments that make everything worthwhile. Every smile from you feels like a blessing, whispered gently to my soul. It is as if God Himself decided to send me a daily reminder that I am loved. Sometimes I watch you when you do not notice the way your face softens, when you are content, the way your eyes sparkle when something delights you. In those quiet observations, I find a peace so deep, it almost brings tears to my eyes. You make my days sweeter without even trying. You do not need grand gestures. You do not need elaborate words. Your presence alone is enough. If happiness were a garden, you would be the brightest bloom. If joy were a season, you would be spring, arriving gently, painting everything in color after the longest winter. There were days before you when life felt ordinary, when the hours passed without leaving much behind. But since you came into my world, even the simplest moments have become treasures, a shared glance, a quiet conversation, a soft laugh between us. These are not small things anymore. They are the highlights of my existence. You have this rare gift, the ability to turn the everyday into something magical. A simple walk feels like an adventure. A quiet evening feels like a celebration. Even silence feels full when it is shared with you. Your happiness does not just affect you, it transforms me. It inspires me to be kinder. It motivates me to be stronger. It reminds me to look for beauty in places I once ignored. When you are joyful, I feel victorious. When you are at peace, I feel complete. When you are smiling, I feel like the luckiest person alive. There is something sacred about knowing that I can contribute to your happiness too. That sometimes I am the reason behind that radiant smile. That thought alone is enough to make my heart swell. If I could, I would protect your happiness from every storm. I would shield it from every harsh word, every disappointment, every sorrow that tries to dim it. Because your joy is not just yours anymore. It lives inside me too. I want to spend my life learning the language of your smiles, the shy ones, the playful ones, the soft late night ones, when the world is asleep and it feels like only we exist. I want to be the reason. Your laughter echoes through our home. I want to build a life where your happiness, I